My name is Lao Suyi, number metric 2933097. My supervisor is Dr. Aminoliza Binti Nordin, and today I will present my research title, Factors that Influence the Public Perception and Experience of Surveillance Technology in Public Space. This study looked at how people feel about the surveillance tools like CCTV and facial recognition systems, especially in cities such as Alasata and Kuala Lumpur. The beginning, the surveillance technology is becoming more common. The market is expected to grow to 235 billion by 2027 in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur plans to install 20,000 AI CCTV cameras by 2030, which is a big increase. Although these systems are made to improve safety, many people worry about how their data is used, whether the systems are fair, or whether they are being watched too much. This concern affects how people see and accept the surveillance technology. The problem did research look in the conflict between the keeping the public safe and protecting the people's privacy. Many still don't fully trust the surveillance system. This may be because they don't know how the system works, they question how well they are performed, and they don't trust the people or institution behind them. So this study focused on the three research objectives. First, to examine the relationship between the trust in technology or authorities and public perception toward the surveillance technology. Second, to examine the relationship between the system effectiveness and the public perception toward the surveillance technology. Thirdly is to examine the relationship between the awareness and knowledge with the public perception toward the surveillance technology. For this, I developed the following research question. First, does the trust technology or authorities or surveillance technology have a relationship with the public perception? Secondly, does the system effectiveness of a surveillance technology have a relationship with a public perception? The thirdly is does the awareness and knowledge have a relationship with the public perception? Based on that, my hypotheses are trust in technology positively affect the public perception. Secondly, system effectiveness positively affect the public perception. Lastly, is awareness and knowledge also positively affect the public perception. To guide the study, I will use the Roger diffusion of innovation theory, which explains how the people decide to accept or reject a new technology. It says people are more likely to accept a technology if they think it's useful, easy to understand, fits their values, and show the visible result. In this case, if surveillance technology are seen as helpful, fair, and clearly explained, people will be more likely to accept them. The literature reviews support this. For example, researchers like Halima, Fried, and Expositive have shown that trust plays a big role. If people don't trust the government or the technology, they are less likely to support the surveillance. Halina and JRC also mentioned the system effectiveness also method. If the people say that the CCTV and facial recognition actually work and help reduce the crime, they are more likely to accept it, but only if the system is seen as fair and accountable. Lisle and Wu also says that awareness and knowledge are also important. Studies show how the people understand how the surveillance works and they will form more informed opinion whether positive or negative. For the methodology, I will use a quantitative approach. I will collect data using an online questionnaire through Google Form. The unit analysis used is individual and the respondents were from all sectors, which is increasing its use of surveillance. I will use a sample size of 384. The survey had 29 questions across 5 sessions. There is a demography, 6 questions from the dependent variable, and 6 questions from each of the independent variable, all based on existing research. I will use a 5-point Likert scale and run a pilot test to make sure the questions were clear and reliable. For the data analysis, I will use SPSS software to run several tests for the descriptive statistic, reliability analysis, Pearson correlation, and multiple linear regression. This helps to find out how strong and meaningful the relationship are between the three factors with the public perception. I also will use the Excel for analyzing the data. To conclude, this study is important in both theory and practice. Theoretically, it helps fill in gaps about how these three factors shape a public opinion. Practically, it gives useful ideas to government bodies and technology developers about how to gain the public trust and make surveillance systems more acceptable. As surveillance technology becomes more common in our life, we must understand how the public react and what influences their opinion. That's all for me. Thank you for listening to my presentations.